Hi there! Today we are going to discuss recovery and supports during and following an emergency. It can be very overwhelming when your life has been disrupted by disaster. There is an interruption to work, school, and day-to-day life, and on top of that, the stress of the unknown. However, there are aids in place that can help with recovery, skills you can learn to help cope with this situation, and supports that can be relied on to help you on your journey. Having an emergency plan in place for your home and your business will greatly aid in the speed and ease of recovery. This can save you precious time when it comes to grabbing the essentials and securing your property for being away for an extended period. If you don't have a plan in place and have already been affected by disaster, this video will give you some useful tips to help you get the support you need. Things to consider prior to evacuation or immediately after to help aid in recovery include: if you rent, contact the building owner or manager to ask for updates on the status of the building and to share additional contact information with them on where you'll be staying. If you have insurance, contact your insurance provider as soon as possible to see what kind of coverage you have. Notify important contacts of your temporary relocation. Contact family and friends, the post office to redirect your mail, banks, schools, and utility companies. If you have a farm, contact your main suppliers to let them know where you and your livestock have been relocated. Recovery from an emergency event can take weeks or even years. If you have been impacted by a disaster or emergency event, contact the Regional District of Bulkley-Nechako right away. It is important to register as an evacuee through the Emergency Support Services. The Regional District of Bulkley-Nechako can direct you to the Emergency Support Services, or, if it's a large event, they can direct you to the Recovery Manager. In large emergency events, a Recovery Manager position is formed. They can start an Unmet Needs Committee where different community representatives can identify different community needs. These representatives look at funding and options that can help. The best way to recover is to get residents involved, neighbor helping neighbor. Coming together and meeting with your community post-disaster is highly beneficial in recovery. This creates a space where individuals can recognize each other's needs and help support one another. These needs are then communicated to the Unmet Needs Committee and action can begin to take place. There are many community supports to help you throughout an emergency. Emergency reception centers are created following large-scale emergencies, anything from apartment fires to community-wide evacuations. It is recommended that you go to the reception center to register as an evacuee, to gain information on the emergency at hand, and to link to the supports that you require. At the reception center, you will find or be referred to Emergency Support Services, who help those without insurance during the initial 72 hours post-disaster. Time extensions may be approved. They can assist with family reunification, emergency lodging, food, clothing, incidentals, and up-to-date information on the emergency. Red Cross services can also aid in family reunification, emergency lodging, food, clothing, incidentals, up-to-date information on the emergency, and personal services such as first aid, temporary care of unattended children and dependent elderly, and emotional support. Ministry of Children and Family Development have many supports in place for children, families, and caregivers, as well as mental health services. Disaster psychosocial services provide emotional support. Disaster financial assistance can help those impacted by a disaster cope with the cost of repairs and recovery from uninsurable disaster-related property damage, so long as disaster financial assistance has been declared by the provincial government and you are eligible for the program. Please note that disaster financial assistance is not available for wildfire losses. Evacuation is a stressful situation. Keep an eye out for signs that stress is affecting you or your household. Signs of stress include sleeping disruptions, headaches, muscle tension, fast heartbeat, anxiety, confusion, and poor concentration. Signs that your children are stressed include aggressive behavior, clinging to loved ones, separation anxiety, or regressive behavior. Ways to balance your life during crisis include practicing self-care, helping others, quiet time, activities that bring joy, talking to a professional, focusing on what you can control, and letting go of what you cannot. It is beneficial to take some time to assess what needs you have that aren't being met. Brainstorm on ways to meet your needs or ask others for help. When your life is disrupted, it's important to create small, achievable goals for yourself that help bring stability and control back into your life. Try to avoid negative self-talk during this time and aim to praise yourself and those around you. Grounding exercises can lower anxiety, slow your heart rate, and help you return to a calm state. Plant your feet on the ground, breathe slowly, and try to name 5 objects that you can see. 4 things you can feel. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. And 1 good thing about yourself. Children can enjoy this activity as well. Hopefully this video has provided you with the tools you need. Take care for now, and remember to know the risks, make a plan, and be prepared.